Hey everyone. So today is day 5, I believe. Yeah, day 5. And today is the start of the Christmas tree build. Um, and I've been thinking about my Christmas tree. Um, there are some prerequisites for it later on. Not necessarily prerequisites. I mean, anyone can interpret these how they want. But uh, one of the things that I want to keep in mind is that at some point there's going to be a rover train around the base of it. So imagine, a train around the base of a Christmas tree. It'll be rovers, and so I need to build it high enough off the ground that rovers can fit underneath it. Um, I was earlier today. I was thinking, okay, well I can speed things along by just making it like a regular uh, evergreen tree where it comes straight down to the ground and not have to worry about any sort of presence or anything underneath it. Um, but then I remember the rover train. So, and you can interpret that however you want. You could just have it going around the perimeter. I do like the idea of the train underneath it. So I am going to build a tree trunk and then a conical tree on top of it. And I was thinking about about colors. And I figured, most people are going to stick with a traditional like green color, and there's some nice greens in the game for it. But my favorite Christmas color is blue, uh, which predates the whole Coca-Cola, changing the Christmas colors to red. And so um, I was thinking, well, what if I went with a blue? Um, and then I was thinking about, how the tethers, because there's going to be tethers on it at some point, how the tethers are going to illuminate it against a night sky. And I figured if I went with a different color, like, if I went with a darker color like uh, green or blue or even a red, I might not be able to see that silhouette against a night sky. And so earlier, as you can see, I have been setting up. This is a new save. I have been setting up, and earlier I went to Barren and collected some sphalerite for some zinc. Uh, for narrow mod, for uh, terrain analyzer, stuff like that. And while I was there, I was taking particular notice of the soil there, at least on the top, and it looks like it's sort of a halfway between this gray and this blue. So it's a cool gray, but it's a light gray. And I thought, well, what if I did like a silver tree or like a whitish silver kind of tree? Because the soil on Barren, that light gray soil is very shimmery. And so I was like, well, that could mimic like a silver tree. Go like super retro with it. And I feel like that'd just be really different. And I feel like, I was noticing the tethers illuminating the ground, sort of like this. And if I have, whenever I do the tensile tethers around it, um, I'm hoping, against a night sky, it'll actually be kind of bright. So I think that's going to be my game plan. So I'm going to go back to Barren. Oh, one more thing. I am a little concerned that it might be this color, in which case my trip there will be wasted, but if I were to bring that color back, but I think it's different. We'll see. Alrighty, and we're coming back. I was really kicking myself because I had every intention of collecting a brown, and I didn't. So one thing I did real quick before I left was I compared the color of what I brought back, that grayish color, to the color here, because my concern was that it's the same color. It's not. It's an even cooler gray, and it's darker, but it's still light enough that I think it would register as a silver. So I'm happy with that. And here's the brown that I brought back. It's very orange. So to compare it, it's more golden really, but I like it with this. I like the little gold and silver kind of thing going on. So I think I'm basically ready to start making my tree. And you'll notice that I have flattened out a little bit. And I got lucky when I did my very first flattening experiment on one of my other Steam saves, that it ended up being true flat. But I have learned that in most instances, true flat is one half block up from this surface. And so I've learned that as flat as this is, not to trust it. So even though I have been looking at this since I flattened it, there is absolutely nothing telling me that it's not true flat. However, I'm going to go ahead and raise it up one block just to be sure. And the tree itself isn't going to be true flat, but I want the trunk to be. I don't know, it's just a thing that I something I had in my mind, that I want the trunk to be true flat. So I'm going to go ahead and get building, and I think the rest of this is going to be a time lapse. So enjoy. Alrighty, so I'm almost done with my tree. As you can see, I keep dying. Um, just going for a pretty basic conical shape here. It's and because it's sculpted, it's going to be lumpy and organic in nature. So there's going to be bulges here, dips there, that kind of thing. But that's like a real tree. I'm trying to just get the overall silhouette mostly uniform. Probably need to make a second scaffolding on the other side, sort of curling around the other way. Either that or extend some of these flat parts of the scaffolding around. But yeah. And you may have noticed I found Lord Leo, the leopard ball. Which one of the future daily challenges tasks you with finding all three balls, the zebra ball. What is it? The zebra ball, the leopard ball, and one more. I can't remember. Oh, the checkered ball. I have found all three in the past. Not looking for them, but I have come across them. What I might do is use it among my decorations on the tree. That way I already have it. Then again, if I'm going to be blowing up the tree later, I don't know if the ball would be blown up at the same time or what. So I don't know. Might not use it as a decoration. So yeah, I think the tree is basically done at this point. The shape will continue to be refined as I add ornaments to it, because the ornaments in the form of research pods will be embedded in platforms, or will be attached to platforms, and those platforms will be embedded in the surface here. So just by the very nature of adding the ornaments to it, the shape will continue to be refined a little. But today's challenge was just to get the tree up. It's kind of leaning a little. That's all right. Yeah, I'm calling it. My tree is as done as I'm going to make it for today. And like I said, as I continue to add ornaments and stuff like that, the shape might continue to be refined. But otherwise, I'm counting it done. And anyways, hope you enjoyed.